Hey everybody, this is Lauren, and today we are going to decorate the turkey cookie that I talked about yesterday. I'm out of breath. I just ran up the stairs. The turkey cookie that I showed you all yesterday in the cheerful box. So, thank you for watching. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you the recording that I did because that way I can stop it and answer any questions that you all have. If you're watching this on the replay, tell me replay. And if you have any questions, then I'll look at them later and I'll answer them. So let's go ahead and get started with our cute turkey cookie. Let's turn the sound on. Hold on a second. The sound was not coming on, so let's try that again. Make sure. Let's see. Now let's do our turkey. Okay, let's start at the beginning. There we go. Now let's do our turkey. Before I show you all that, or I meant to just pause it. There we go. I talk about using an edible marker, and I love Tweets markers. I just wanted to throw that out there. Tweets Cookie Connection are the markers that I absolutely love. So let's continue. To draw the line where I wanted my brown part to go, which is, anything within the sides where there's going to be greenery. And then, of course, the bottom that we're going to do, the ivory plate, is not going to be brown. So I'm doing this with my piping icing in a number 2 tip. And then I'm going to go over it with my brown flood and fill it in really well. And then I'm going to let this dry completely overnight, or at least 3 or 4 hours, because we are going to put icing on top. And sometimes if you put icing on top and the bottom layer is not really dry, it will kind of crush through. So we don't want that to happen. So after you do this, do it, really dry it. Next, after this is finished, I'm going to take my ivory piping icing and I'm just going to go around where the plate is going to be. And then I'm going to fill that in with my flood icing. So you'll see that in a minute. And again, I made sure that my brown was really, really good and dry. And I also did not leave the door to the dehydrator closed. So you'll notice I don't have any color bleed. Dehydrators are great to prevent color bleed. So here I'm filling it in with the flood. I'm sorry I forgot to do the piping part. Next, I moved the cookie over underneath the projector and drew around where the wing and the bottom part of the chicken leg was going to be, just with my number 2 piping tip and my piping icing. Now I'm going to take my ivory piping icing and go around the end of the leg because that's the bone. Now I'm just going to fill in that section with my flood. And you want to make sure before you do this that your cream colored plate is really good and crusted over. Otherwise, those will just kind of bleed together. Next, we're going to fill in just the bottom part of our chicken leg with our brown flood icing, just going to the top where the bone starts. And then we're going to take the ivory icing and we're just going to fill in this. And then you're going to take your scribe while these are still wet and you're just going to kind of blend them into each other just to create kind of a softer transition. And your turkey is getting close to being finished. Now we're going to take that same tip number 352 that we used for the sunflowers and the exact same way that we did the sunflower leaves, only you're going to make these a little bit smaller with the green piping icing. And then I put a tip number 2 and I drew some little lines, little vines, exactly like we did on the pumpkin. And then once they're crusted over, I'm going to take the red piping icing, exactly like the pumpkin, and do some little dots for little berries. I think that this is the cutest. This is my favorite cookie. Thanks so much. So as you all can see, that is not a difficult cookie. And I always love to include a cookie in the set, the cheerful box set that is really kind of has that wow factor. And I think that that cookie does. Hey, Angie, it looks like it's difficult. And as you can see, it really isn't. And then one thing that we also do in our cookie decorating kits, let me see if I can find this, is we include an invitation that is customizable. And so this is the one that comes with this kit. Join us for Friendsgiving. We give you the information on how to change the date, the time, the location, and the RSVP. And wouldn't it be cute to give this cookie to everyone who attends Friendsgiving? I think it'd be so much fun. Or you could, if you sell cookies, you can certainly give this invitation for free and tell them that you can sell them the cute cookies for their Friendsgiving. I think we all need to get together more often. So, hey, Terry. Thank you all for joining. I know I haven't been online much lately because I've been super sick, but I'm now better. And so I'm going to be online more often. But if you're just joining or you don't know me, I'm Lauren, the Cheerful Baker, and I just showed how to decorate one of the designs in our Cheerful box. You can go to cheerfulbaker.com and find the box, all kinds of fun cookie cutters, all kinds of fun stuff. And you can only get the Thanksgiving box until Friday, and then it is going away. So I'll go ahead and put the link here because on Saturday morning, we are transitioning to Christmas, and there are so many cute things in store for Christmas. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep out a watch on these channels because I'm going to post some more upcoming live videos. It'll be a lot of fun. And does anybody have any questions about what they saw today? It was short and sweet. But I think sometimes we need to be reminded that cookies don't have to be super difficult. And that one really is not a difficult cookie, but it has that wow factor. I'm completely better, Angie. Thank you so much. I am 100% back to myself. Thank goodness. I was sick for over 2 months with mono, which, is rough when you're not a teenager. Okay, I don't think anybody has any questions, so that's great. Again, if you watch on the replay, put your questions below and I'll be glad to look at them and answer them. And this assortment that we saw at the beginning is only available until Friday. And then we switch over to Christmas. So you all have a great rest of your day and I will see you later. Bye.